What am I doing? I'm all over the place. Haven't been behind the camera for a minute. Well, I don't know. Just got busy. Things are going on. I've been going to a CDL school to do my behind the wheel training and whatnot. Hopefully I'm testing this coming Monday. That should be 2-3 days from now. I don't know. But yeah, I got a bunch of... I had to go back and watch what I was actually doing when I last had the camera out. I guess I was working on the dart. I don't know if I've done anything since that video. I didn't really look through it too hard, but everything's done in the back. The front just needs an alignment, and I'm waiting to make some money so I can get some new tires on them wheels. So I'm probably not gonna... I'm not gonna drive it somewhere and have it aligned if I'm getting new tires that are gonna need to be balanced, and then, yeah, so I'm just gonna wait on that. I don't know, might fix the leak. Well, I keep saying that. Nothing's ever gonna not leak around here. I mean, come on. What do you want from me? Perfection? No. I went and picked these bad boys up the other day, set of 4. Yeah, they're the, I don't know, I think they 84 to 96 or something. I don't know what years these came on, but I like the look of them, especially with the gold badging on this one. I think they'll tie right in. I'm gonna refinish them, hit them with some rattle can gold. It looks like they're dipped, but I'm just gonna scuff them up, give them a new coat of gold, and then around the outside here, I'm gonna put a new coat of silver or something, or if they scuff or clean up nice with some steel wool or something, I might just leave them. But then I might do some new pinstriping down the side, and that's kind of it. I'm not really gonna go too crazy with trying to make this thing look all that good, but it would be nice to have these at least, you know, not flaking and peeling, and I don't know. Might look a little bit better than worse, is what I'm getting at. The engine that is pulled out of it, I'm selling to a guy hopefully tomorrow. I have the ad up and everything for it, but I don't know if he thinks the transmission goes with it. The listing says only the engine, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to take that off and set that somewhere, the transmission transfer case, but just, I was kind of bored today, so I was getting that jacked up. I'm trying to sell the Cutlass. I gotta fix a transmission leak and a power steering leak. Transmission leak's pretty bad. And the power steering leak. They're both kind of mediocre to, you could still drive it, but check it once you get home. But anyways, I'm just putzing around with the Jeep right now. Haven't been able to, well, haven't really been doing much with this thing in a while. Ordering stuff. I brought the engine, the transmission, or whoa. Brought the block, the head, and the crank. Picked it up from Napa here in town because the guy quit that works on the blocks and the cranks, but he's doing his own thing now, and I got his number and brought it up to him and Spooner, so he's got that and was gonna let me know when it's ready or something like that, but hopefully it'll be done in a month and I can get that engine put together. I got 99% of the parts here. Supposedly my intake manifold that was sent from Bulgaria or somewhere. It's still been 5-6 months and no sign of it. So I reached out for the second time to them people. I think it's just one guy running the operation, but I harassed him a little bit over the phone and I was like, hey, I need my dang part now. And then he was like, all right, I'll send it out on Monday or Tuesday. So hopefully that gets sent, and then I get that maybe in the next month or two. Who knows? But yeah, besides that intake manifold, all I'm waiting to buy is the turbo and some odds and ends stuff, but nothing too major. Well, yeah, I gotta get a fuel, or my fuel pump on the engine, or something. But I was just gonna do a bunch of the minor stuff here on this today. I'm gonna do the tail lights, third brake light up there. Might take the grill down and put those lights in it, or take all the lights out of the grill assembly right now because I plan on painting that. So there's that to do. And then also on these doors, the black paint or coating over the, I don't know, it's just aluminum, I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna pop all this stuff off going around, give it a nice new coat of black, and then put it back on. Rubber on this thing's pretty good. I mean, it's not like it's ancient, so it's holding up pretty well. What else was I gonna do? I don't know. I was just gonna keep going through this thing and looking at all the goodies that I forgot I even bought. I got LED lights to put in this thing all around. I got, ooh, that's something I got. I got a gauge pod or A-pillar gauge thinger. I'm gonna try and get it to sit nice there, not look too botched. But yeah, and then headliner. Oops, still haven't done that. Yeah. Probably gonna pull the interior out of this thing just so I got a bunch of sound deadening mat. That's a big project, but I think it'll be worth it and it'd be sweet to just do. So I got all that. I got rollers for it. I don't know, I got all sorts of stuff. Here's the American flag blanket. That is a 60 by 80 or something. It's just big enough to make it for the headliner, I think. So I'm gonna glue that puppy on there or something. I got sidetracked. Dang it. What happened? No, I needed to install one of these LED flasher relays. I had one laying around. Forgot you have to do that when you're switching out to LED bulbs. It's kind of like a little tricky bugger to get to. That gray thing there, that's the original one. Actually, with some weird tape I've never seen before around it. Probably never been touched before. I don't think this piece has ever been out either. It's pretty dusty in here. But, got to do that. And then I was going to test the lights while I switch out bulbs and put the new housings in there. However, yeah. Got that in. We're going to have to see if that works once I get all the bulbs in. Got both of them off. Fuses in. I already said that probably. Got all my lights out here. All that garbage in the box. And one thing I noticed while putting these in is they actually have color-coded tape around these sets of wires. Like that one's orange for amber, this one's red for red, and the other one's white tape around it for white. So yeah, you can't mess it, well, you can mess it up, but they helped. They tried to at the factory. Something I noticed with these new ones is they don't quite line up with the balls the best and line up with the body panels the best. I mean, you can move them around and try to get them to sit better, but they're definitely nice. It's not like they're horrible in any means, but definitely not, I don't know, perfect. But are we shooting for that? No. Gotta lower my expectations here. Nah, how about we do a before and there's them. Do the third brake light now and see what that looks like. Guess what I got? Got some dielectric grease. Some cheap old crappy, probably horrible stuff, but I forgot to use it on the taillight bulbs and everything. But from now on, every single time I plug something in, it's getting it. What the hell, China? How's that supposed to fit in there? There's a little rib that goes all the way around. It's messing up the operation bad. Doesn't want to sit flush. It won't do it. I know the other one I bought and put on in the past definitely sat flush. This one won't. So that's great. Wowee. Don't mind the loud dogs over there. They're playing. Got the Comanche in here. Just showed up last night. Got a lot planned for this thing. Well, minor things, but quite a few minor things to make probably a good video or two on. But really solid rig we got here again. I got pretty lucky with just doing the old Facebook Marketplace. Ooh yeah, hey, I want it. I'll send you money. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, sweet. So kind of sight unseen. I never drove the thing or nothing. Just sent the guy a bunch of money. But I think I made out pretty good. Everything's here. It's pretty complete. Not too much stuff's like damaged or really bad. There's no huge dents, no rust. That's kind of what I was happy about. But mostly, I mean, the whole interior is here and everything too. So yeah, some of it might need a little bit of dolling up. All the rubber and stuff's, of course, kind of cracked and old, and stuff's faded, and there's like lichen and moss growing on this thing. She's pretty, she's not the prettiest thing in the world right now, but we'll change that. I got some plans with maybe new pinstriping and stuff and custom spray paint job on this thing. And then just a wipe on clear coat is what I'm thinking. But we'll get to that bridge when we burn it or something. Then the only thing that's tough on this thing is this back bumper. It's got some cancer. It's a little shot. Looks honestly like it was a bumper pulled off of a different one, because all the hardware and everything off the, like with the bumper itself, or that's used for the bumper, is pretty tough shape, but the rest of the truck, I mean, is pretty dang nice. But pretty sweet purchase. Excited to drive it around a bunch, and it'll be my new cruising rig, or I don't really know, but it's a sweet truck. Overheats. I don't know if you could tell. Yeah, she gets hot. So probably put a new radiator in this thing. I'm gonna try and flush it out. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. Yeah, she's pretty gross. So I'll do that sometime, not today. I'm planning on just vacuuming the thing out, getting a better idea what, I mean, it showed up at like 8:30, so it was pretty well dark out when this thing showed up. I looked at it a bit, but I didn't really get deep into her. Kind of scouted around in the interior here and looked at all sorts of stuff, but I think the game plan with this is gonna be to put a new headliner in it. I'm gonna throw a blanket over the seat because there's no holes or anything yet. It's just cracking apart at the seams and stuff, and there's one little cut or tear there, but pretty decent shaped seat, something. And then the guy, I mean, there's just a bunch of junk back here. It's like, what the hell? But clean her out, see what we got, and we'll go from there. Well, trying out something different here. I got this thing on the chest mount mode, no hands. We'll see how it goes. I don't really care for it so far. I don't really like how it mounts to my chest, but learn to love it maybe. Getting in deep. Yeah, see, somebody. Elkton, Virginia. Where you at? Yeah, that's got to be like the worst design thing ever. Ride's horrible. It just chafes your neck. Isn't like over your shirt at all. It blows. So you're back to handheld. You're welcome. I think I'm gonna toss a bunch of stuff out by hand and get the big stuff, and then I'll attack it with the shot back. Howdy. Got most of the big stuff. Gosh, is this thing dirty and nasty, and I mean, like, even the door jambs and everything are just nasty with stuff. But got all the big stuff. Probably could have filled 2 5-gallon buckets with all sorts of crap that was in there. There was at least 8 pairs. I'm talking like 16 gloves in there. And then I did find some electrical fuses and, I don't know, splicers and a spark plug. I don't even know if that's for the Comanche. It looks kind of small. But yeah, free bag of zip ties. Scores! The bed, probably could have filled a 5-gallon bucket with all the leaves and crap and dirt and stuff that was in there. But, I mean, hey, you can't get no better than that. I mean, it's all just dirty still, but it's missing a little paint here and there, but there's no rust. She's a nice unit. But coming over here to the drinker's side, shotgun, as they call it. I found the hold down for the battery. All the original jack stuff's in here, I believe. Oh, missed the door there. Teamsters Family Day. What in the... I don't know. Somebody was giving out little flyers, but look what I found. An old newspaper. Saw the doodly dobs on, I don't know, comics or whatever they got going. Yeah, the comics page. But guess what year it is? A newspaper. 2004. Oh, focus. Come on. But yeah, what was going on in 2004? Something about nail fungus, obese world, and surgery not always necessary for hemorrhoids. Ooh, yeah, let me read up on that one real quick. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Might keep it. Nope. Kindling. But she's cleaning up pretty nice. Alright, well, I don't know why I didn't do it for the bed. I'm sorry. But we're going to do a little before and after. See if you can... There's just nasty everywhere. Maybe a little bit on the passenger side too. And I've teleported. Look at that. Well, magic. It's nasty. Yep, thumbnail. Just getting after it, getting the legs of the seat all cleaned up. I'll hit them with some rattle can black. I got Hunter in here full bore on the cleaning seats with operation, the carpet. They got a scrub brush, Brit ham sandwich, she's giving her hell. We're gonna detail the dash and everything afterwards. And then once the interior's kind of done and buttoned back up, maybe I got all sorts of stuff. I got clay bar, I got some black again wipe on stuff for the black trim pieces and bumpers, and then I got some paint match. Was trying them out on this little piece of thing, but I don't think it really matters, but I'm gonna go with the stuff that's supposedly right. I'm just gonna wire wheel the undersides of these quarters just a little bit. There's no holes or nothing yet, but I'm just gonna hit them with some new paint. And then that back bumper bracket and everything, I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm probably gonna replace the bumper at some point, but everything else is pretty good. So I'll go around this thing and doll it up a little. I'm not gonna do anything that's really visible. I think I'll just maybe hit that with a sanding sponge or spad when I go to clear coat this thing and kind of preserve it. But she's coming along, and thanks to the boys. Alright, shop vacs back on again. We're getting a little carried away here. All the Pioneer pinstriping's coming off. Driver's side's already done. I went around and touched up these quarters. I just got the rough scaly stuff off. I mean, there's nothing like super scaly or chunking off. It was just kind of a little pitted is all I'd say. This side I already hit with one round to the white, but Hunter's got this whole interior cleaned out, and we got ants in my rockers building nests. So hopefully they don't invade the shed. She's going pretty good. Interior's looking really nice, thanks to Hunter. Yeah, who do we all got here now? We got Chase, we got Coop on the pinstriping. Brett is doing interior and odds and ends with Colton. And the man himself, Mr. NEI, he's the cleaning wizard to the inside. He's got that thing so dolled up. Looks brand new. But yeah, really going around doing a quick spruce up. I'm gonna leave the outside painting. I'm gonna paint these new pinstripes on instead of being stickered, and then doing a clay bar and kind of a really deep, rough, aggressive clean on this old paint. See what we're left with. And well, we got a little carried away here. Ended up just keep hammering her at her. Got a good chunk of stuff done. I mean, all the pinstriping's off, or stickers gone. Got those lower spots all painted up. It's not beautiful, but it's way better than that yellowing, nasty, peeling, popping paint that was there. I don't know if I said that in the last clip, but we've got, can you see? Ants. They're in this like rubber molding around everything, and also the rockers hiding out in there. But the interior cleaned up really nice. Hunter did a great job with this. I mean, it needs a new headliner, of course, but by the time the glass gets cleaned and, I actually wash this thing, it's gonna look pretty sweet. And then mirrors are, well, they're faded. What else did we end up doing? I don't know, pulled the seat out. Cooper got that all wire-wheeled up a bit and threw some black on it. Looks brand new. Gonna put the bench seat back in. I might not bolt it down right away. Unsure if I want to pull a carpet and make sure the floor pans and everything look good, and might patch if need to, but not gonna get super crazy into it. Might rattle can the floor black if it needs a little bit of paint, just so that there ain't bare metal. And then I might even put sound deadening mats down, or beautiful sound deadening. So that's an idea. But yeah, she's coming along. Hello there. Got myself a brush. Well, I got two brushes and the handle. Debating whether or not I want to use the soft one or use the rough one, cause the paint, she's tough. Not that it's gonna really matter, but I don't know. Whatever one's, probably gonna go with the rough one, cause it might pull up some of that moss and lichen and whatever's growing on this thing off better. So I don't know. I'm gonna really deep clean wash this thing, and we'll see what she looks like, I guess. Might do a little time lapse. Hey, thought I'd bring you in on this. I'm spraying out the trim around this window, and there's just so much, I mean, like gunk and just stuff. I mean, all this stuff on the hood right now is coming out from underneath there. It's just a bunch of, like, I don't even know, just compost. It's nasty. Got a little bit of a window leak. I saw water getting in there somehow. I'm not really surprised. The seal's kind of shot. But the roof's actually cleaning up decent. I missed a little bit on this corner. The back cleaned up decent. I haven't sprayed that off yet. The bed, I got a lot of that to really, I think that bed's looking pretty decent on that side now. And then I still got to get some Goo Gone and scrape at all that side molding trim and stuff. But there's the nastiness that's coming out of that seal over there. And then the other side I haven't cleaned yet or even started on. So just gonna keep plugging away and hopefully not blast the camera too much. Looks better on camera, I promise. She's still pretty rough. There's a lot of this lichen and stuff that's still in there, and some yellowing spots I'm hoping might come out when I clay bar it. That stuff really bites into the paint, whatever that lichen stuff is. And I can just feel there's no clear coat left on 90% of this paint. Yeah, I don't know if you can see a little bit of white paint on my hand actually. Yeah, look at that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna clay bar everything. Kind of see what we get, I guess. I don't know. A lot of it's starting to clean up pretty good though. I kept blasting at this front windshield trim, and I mean so much stuff was coming out of there. And then actually this air vent or rib, whatever this is, I mean, I blasted at that for a while too, and there's a lot of stuff in there. Lots of stuff. Gonna keep going on this outside here. I might get in the bed and start scrubbing on that and get it to come around just a little bit. It's probably gonna need another wash after I clay bar it and then a bunch more scrubbing, but this thing I think she's gonna clean up pretty good. And when I hopefully get some Vice Grip Garage Magic wipe on clear coat, this thing should shine up really nice. But yeah, she's coming along, that's for sure. Look at how crazy of a difference that is between the dirtiness and what's clean. I mean, I started cleaning down in there, got up inside of that, side of that. She's really gonna clean up nice. It's gonna be awesome. She's gonna look decent. Look at this clean girl. Wow. That bed cleaned up really nice. Over in that corner, that's just primer. But yeah, I mean, she really came around. Still yet to get that black stripping crap off. Gonna take a razor blade, like I said, and some Goo Gone, but probably do that next, then just wash that little bottom half. But she cleaned up really nice. There's the top of the cab there. There's definitely still some of that lichen in there. Yeah. You can see it's kind of foggy looking. Thinking I can get that with a clay bar, but yeah, there ain't nothing left for clear coat on this bad girl. She's straight paint. Cause I don't know if I can. I got a rag, but I squeezed it and wrung it out, and a bit of white paint coming out of that rag. So definitely needs some new clear coat, but she's gonna shine up real nice. I'm gonna keep the patina for the most part, but I just definitely need to get a deep clean in this paint so that that clear coat sticks good. I might do a wet sand or something beforehand. I don't know. Might get crazy with it, but I don't know. Well, we will see, as I said. Let's check if any of them ants are home today. Hello. Hello, ants. Are you home? Hello. Hello. Any ants? Marla, what do you think? Are there ants in this thing? Is it the Jeep Comanche? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hunter did a really nice job cleaning this thing. Too bad I'm getting it dirty already. Son of a gun. But yeah, I mean, looks way better in person, I swear. Did I have water seeping in around this? No, I guess I didn't. Not much water's leaking into this thing when I was washing it. Just a little bit there on that triangle window. Actually, that's like goo. It's like grease or something. Let me just get that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Got it. Sweet. I'm gonna go around and probably clean these door jambs out too. Got that trunk pretty good. Might pull that. I'm gonna pull that probably rubber cover over that tailgate off It's just a bunch of Phillips screws, and I'll make sure I clean underneath that and, you know, rattle can it if it needs some. I'm gonna maybe hit some of these bigger spots where there's some bare metal showing with some paint, but any primer and little like scrapes and stuff, I'm just gonna hit that with some fine sandpaper, get it just to smooth out just a little bit, scuff it up, and then I'm gonna clear coat right on over it. But I'm gonna wash it with dish soap at some point, and then I'll repaint these this logo on here. I can, I probably don't pick it up the best, but it's faintly there, like the old Pioneer and the stripes, because that paint looks about perfect, like the day it was painted. But yeah, I'll keep plugging away and see what happens. Hey everyone, here in the editing room, just kind of going over the film I have and everything, and getting ready to maybe get one of these videos out. Kind of interesting how I record. I get clips of this vehicle and that project and then another project, and I got vehicles showing up on private haulers, and I don't know. I'm all over the places where I'm at, and I'm gonna try to make every video like designated towards one project, so it kind of falls in that category or playlist. But there's probably gonna be bits and bobs from other projects mixed in, and just, you know, variety. So bear with me, I'm trying to get her under control, but I got a lot of little clips. So I'm trying to save up enough little clips to make one big clip that equals video, but that's just how she rolls. The way of the road, bubs.